Chapter 11. Rishyasringa comes to Ayodhya. In the golden age of the Ikshvaku dynasty, as King Dasaratha sat upon his throne, the air was thick with anticipation. His minister, Sumantra, wise and learned, approached him with reverence, bowing deeply before he spoke. "O great king," began Sumantra, "hearken to the words of the venerable sage Sanatkumara, whose foresight stretches beyond time itself. The sage once foretold, in the illustrious house of Ikshvaku there shall rise a king righteous in his ways and truthful in all things, who will be named Dasaratha. He will be a beacon of Dharma, and his heart will yearn for sons to carry forth his legacy." Sumantra's voice held the king captive as he recounted the prophecy. "This King Dasaratha," he continued, "will forge a bond with Lomapada, the great king of the Anga kingdom, whose own destiny is intertwined with yours. King Lomapada, moved by friendship and devotion, will grant the aid of Sage Rishyasringa, the husband of the noble Princess Shanta. It will be this sage, through his mastery of ancient rites and sacrifices, who will bring forth the divine blessing of sons." The mention of sons brought a glimmer to Dasaratha's eyes, as Sumantra added, "By the power of the yagna, the gods will bless you with 4 sons, each unparalleled in might and virtue. Their names will resound through the ages, and their deeds will bring untold glory to your lineage." The vision was too powerful to ignore. With a resolute nod, King Dasaratha commanded his minister to inform his royal guru, Sage Vasishtha, of this divine plan. Vasishtha, serene and wise, gave his blessing, agreeing that the time had come to seek the great Rishyasringa. King Dasaratha wasted no time. Accompanied by his queens, his wisest counsellors, and a retinue of devoted priests, he embarked on the journey that would change the destiny of his kingdom forever. The procession moved through dense forests, where the towering trees whispered ancient secrets, and across rivers whose waters reflected the heavens. After many days they reached the resplendent kingdom of Anga, where King Lomapada ruled with wisdom and grace. Upon arriving at Lomapada's capital, Dasaratha was welcomed with grandeur. The two kings embraced, their friendship strengthened by shared purpose. In the royal court, Dasaratha's gaze fell upon the revered sage Rishyasringa. Seated with the glow of tapas radiating from him, the young sage's presence was as luminous as a sacred fire, a sight that filled Dasaratha's heart with hope. King Lomapada rose to address his friend with reverence. "O Dasaratha, your arrival is most auspicious. The sage Rishyasringa is aware of your noble intentions, and I stand ready to assist you." After several days of hospitality, in which the kings shared stories of valor and wisdom, Dasaratha finally spoke of his desire. "O Lomapada, I have come to seek your assistance in the greatest of endeavors. It is my wish to perform the Ashwamedha yagna, the sacred horse sacrifice, to be blessed with sons. I humbly request that Sage Rishyasringa, along with his divine consort, your daughter Princess Shanta, accompany me back to Ayodhya to preside over the yagna." King Lomapada, wise and generous, responded, "Your wish shall be granted, my friend. Rishyasringa, along with his noble wife, shall go with you to fulfill your heart's deepest desire." The sage, calm and composed, agreed with humility, bowing to both kings. "It will be my honor to assist in this sacred duty," he said, his voice carrying the weight of divine authority. His wife, Shanta, her eyes full of understanding, stood beside him, a true partner in the unfolding destiny. And so, with the blessing of King Lomapada, Dasaratha set forth on the return journey to Ayodhya, with the youthful Rishyasringa and his radiant wife Shanta in his company. Swift messengers were sent ahead to Ayodhya, commanding the ministers and citizens to prepare for the arrival of their distinguished guests. The entire city was adorned with flowers, flags and banners, as the people eagerly awaited the return of their king and the sage who would change their future. When the royal procession finally entered Ayodhya, the streets were filled with jubilant cries of welcome. The citizens thronged to catch a glimpse of Sage Rishyasringa, whose very presence promised divine blessings. The sage's entrance was nothing short of majestic. and he was honoured with the highest tributes as the people of Ayodhya likened his arrival to that of the mighty Indra paying homage to the great Rishi Kashyapa. Within the palace, King Dasaratha introduced Rishyasringa and Shanta to the inner sanctum, where the queens awaited. The royal ladies, led by Queen Kausalya, greeted the wide-eyed Shanta with affection and joy, embracing her as one of their own. Shanta, regal yet humble, accepted their hospitality with grace, and soon the bonds of sisterhood were formed. The palace rang with the sound of laughter and conversation as the queens, Shanta, and their retinues shared stories of the past and hopes for the future. Sage Rishyasringa, honoured by all, settled into the palace like a celestial being descended upon earth. He was treated with the same reverence and devotion that the gods themselves might command, while his wife Shanta was embraced as a beloved daughter of the royal house. Thus, as the days passed, the palace became a haven of peace and anticipation. King Dasaratha, his heart swelling with hope and gratitude, prepared for the great yagna that would soon bring him the sons he had longed for, while Rishyasringa, with divine insight and knowledge, began the sacred preparations for the ritual that would change the fate of the world.